Hello students, today we start a new chapter, chapter number 1, Introduction to Contract in a contract management subject. So first of all, what is contract? So contract is a undertaking or a agreement by a person or a firm to do any work under certain terms and condition is known as a contract. Means here one of the agreement or a undertaking in the form of the written is taken by the two person or two parties or two firm to complete any work is known as a contract. So the work may be for a construction, maintenance and repair, and for supply any material, or for supply of a labor, and for a transportation material. So a contract is an agreement which can be enforced by laws, and a contract is an agreement which can be enforced by law. So here some of the rules and regulation and some of the act is given in a contract, or to write a contract. So in order to make an agreement valid, there must be defined offer, and there must also be equally defined unconditional acceptance of this offer. So as per the Indian standard, as per the Indian Contract Act number 1872, section number 2C, what is contract, and some of the rules and regulation and act of the contract is given. Now next point is start is a offer or proposal. So when the one person signifies to the another his willingness to do or to abstain from doing anything with a view to obtain the essence of that order, to such act or abstentions he is said to make a proposal or offer. So in a short form, offer is one type of the proposal to do anything with rules and regulation. Some of the rules is given to do something or anything and complete the work is known as a proposal. So an offer or a proposal must be made with a view to obtaining the assents of the person to whom it made, and in a simple advertisement or a circular starting that certain goods for a sale by the tender, and is an offer. Similarly, tender notice inviting tenderer is also called a offer. So in some of the newspaper you read the tender notice. So here in a tender notice is a one type of the offer or a proposal to invite the person for a complete the work within a time limit, and with some rules and regulation. Now next is acceptance. So when a person to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent, there is no there is to the proposal is said to accept it. So here, if any person, in a short form, if any person is ready to do any work with his act or rules, so he is known as a proposal acceptance. And a proposal when accepted become a promise. So it's a promise between the two parties or a two firm or a two person in the form of the written form, and here legal document is prepared, and this legal document is satisfy both the parties, and signature is compulsory required. So to be binding and effective, the acceptance must be conditional and absolute, and conditional acceptance to a counter offer. Now, next is the essential requirement of a good contract. So what are the requirements? So here main five essential requirement of the valid contract is given. So first one is the contract shall be made by parties competent component to the contract. Second is the contract shall be made by free consent of the party. Third one is there shall be definite proposal and its acceptance. Fourth one is the subject matter of the agreement must be legal and definite. And fifth one is there must be lawful consideration. So one by one we discuss on a essential requirement of the good contract or a valid contract. So first we discuss on a parties component to contract. So parties component to contract is a person is competent to contract provided. So he is the age minority according to the law to which he is subject, and a person who is not a major according to law can break an agreement. Second is he is sound minded, means he is very active and sound mind person. He is not disqualified by contracting by any law to which he is subject. So these are the three rules for a party component to contract. And last one is the minor, idiot, lunatic, and drunken person are considered to be incompetent to enter into the contract. So here some of the this one is one of the rule for the person who is a minor, idiot, or a lunatic and a drunken person. So this type of the person is not fill up the contract document and not sign the contract document. Next is second is a free consent of a party. So two or more person are said to consent when they are agree upon the same thing in a same sense. So consent is said free. So first one is it is not caused under influence. Second is it is not caused by the fraud. Third one is it is not caused by the misinterpretation. Fourth one is it is not caused by the mistake. And last one is it is not caused by the committing, threatening to the commit any act forbidden by the Indian Penal Code. So if two or more parties or two or more person is ready to do any work and sign the contract, so this type of the consent is said free. Now third one is a definite proposal and its acceptance. So when one person signifies to another his willingness to do anything, he is said to make a contract, and the communication of a proposal is complete when it comes to knowledge of the person to whom it is made. And in order to convert proposal into the contract, the acceptance must be absolute and unconditional. And in case of the engineering contract, both the proposal and acceptance are generally expressed and communicated in a writing. So here in a definite proposal and acceptance, so here legal document is made by the person, means two parties, and if both the parties are ready with each and every proposal, each and every proposal points, so means both the parties are accepted the contract, and then after these points are to be written on a paper, and by legally both the parties are sign this contract. So this is definite proposal and its acceptance. Fourth one is the legal and definite subject matter. So the subject matter with reference to which parties desire to contract must be lawful, and agreement must be describe what is to be done or what material to be supplied with the sufficient clarity and enough detail so as not to leave any doubt as to what is wanted. So here in a subject matter means all the clarity is given in a document. So like material quality, material quantity, material size, color, etc. Its features, and no any single doubt is left in a document, and agreement the meaning of which are not certain or not capable of being made certain are not enforced by law is called void. And like example like contract that involve erection of a building design or located in violation of a municipal regulation are not binding. uh, Second is a contract involve fraud, crime, and pure gambling, etc. are not considered. And construction of a dam prior to the acquisition of the land to flooded by its construction. Now fifth one and the last one is the lawful consideration. So the consideration in a legal sense is defined as an act or a promise to do something uh, between one party in return of an act or a promise to the other parties, and it may be considered or paying a defined amount of money. So here illustration is given like assume that offer to sell the B a well built house for a sum of rupees 20 lakh, and when B asks for the 10 days time in which consider the offer, a promise not sell to anyone else during that period. Now however A sell his house to C for a sum of rupees 22 lakh within the 3 days of his promise to B. Under these circumstances, B cannot complain of a breach of contract because A's promise to him was not supported by any consideration. Now, if B has paid a certain amount of money, means in the form of the token money, in order to keep offer open for a 10 days period, so A's act of selling the house to C would have been against the law, and this payment by B to A is known as a consideration. So here in a simple and short form is that, so if A sell the any house in a 20 lakh, and if B are required to purchase, so in a B compulsory give the token amount to A as a small amount as a token amount to fix the purchasing any house. And if A is selling to any another person, so it is against the law. Now, according to Indian Contract Act 1872, the consideration gives in exchange for a promise by the other parties may be one of the following. So, something that has been done or an absence from the doing something, and a present act or a abstinence, and third one is a promise to do something or abstain from the doing it some time in the future. So in the next lecture we discuss on another point. So now here we stop our topic. Thank you.